Yes, sir. We are back with another edition of Fast Break Bets presented by BettingPros. You know me, know the voice, know the guys. Me, really real, villain real, Terrell Furman Jr. here at your service.
How about if you sweep it out?
What's the point? I can't do anything right.
You'll do fine.
Hey pal, you just blowing from Stupid Town?
Yes, I did blow in from Stupid Town because we didn't hit a bet yesterday. Sucks. Although we did have a void. That's the second void in a row, by the way. I don't know what's going on here. But that's the second void in a row. Here we go. The Magic laying 5. It looked good in the first quarter. It looked amazing in the first quarter. I was sitting there. I wasn't doing victory laps, but I was like, okay, very good first quarter. And then it immediately went down the hill when the Magic didn't show up for the rest of the game. Just completely did not show up for the rest of the game. That was tough one. Portland's been playing some really good ball. I've backed Portland during this stretch a couple of times. I faded them a couple of times. And they've always got it done. The Portland's playing some really good ball right now. Chauncey's got them boys ready to go. John Morant ended up voiding at the 20.5. And then Jared Allen. I don't know what happened. He was 3 for 3. 3 for 3, 9 points. Like he had a good game and it was there. It's just they didn't go to him. It was everybody else. Everybody else stepped up. Darius Garland, Donovan Mitchell, Evan Mobley, all that. It was no room for Jared Allen. Even Ty Jerome had 20 off the bench. So just no Jared Allen in the cards. Probably should have played the rebounds too. We might have gotten there. I think the rebounds might have been at 23.5. So we might have gotten there if I played the rebounds too. But I just stuck with the points and that makes me a loser. So that sucks. All right. Also, I will talk about Traitors. Shout out to oh dang, who was it? I forgot his name already. He mentioned me on X/Twitter. Tally. Yeah, I'm gonna talk about Traitors. I'll wait till the end of the show. I was thinking that I was just gonna do it now and just get it out the way in the beginning. But then I thought, and I was like, I should probably be a good host of a podcast and talk about something that everybody's probably not going to be interested in talking about at the end of the show. Also, I have to give a disclaimer because there's probably people that haven't seen the episode yet, so they don't want to be spoiled either. So I should be a good host and wait till the end of the episode, even though I very much was considering doing it in the beginning. So we'll wait for that. Traitors breakdown of how my watch of Traitors went this week will happen at the end of the show. But what I'll talk to you about right now is that Betting Pros app. Go over there and make sure you get the Betting Pros app where you can track all your bets in one place, track all your sports books, all your bets in one place with the Betting Pros app. You can use player prop picks, the prop bet cheat sheet. I'll give you a play for the prop bet cheat sheet a little later. And you have a whole bunch of system plays. You can track your own picks in there, or you can go in there. You can follow me or follow any of the other Betting Pros analysts and follow their picks in the Betting Pros app. Just search our name in the search bar. You'll be able to follow us and track our picks as well as your own. You can do all of that and more. You can get Betting Pros Premium for free too in the app, 7-day free trial by just going over there to the Betting Pros app. So go get that Betting Pros app in the App Store, Google Play Store, or whatever store. Also, go check out the Royal Rumble pod. All my WWE fans, we did drop a Royal Rumble bets pod over there on the Betting Pros app. Go check our YouTube and check that out. That was really, really fun to do. And it brought the nerd in me out and getting to talk about WWE with some other fans and spitball a whole bunch of ideas. And it's going to make for a fun watch of the Royal Rumble. It will. It will make a very, very fun watch for the Royal Rumble. All right. Let's get into the plays for today. I get to play a. Do I have that drop up here? Is that drop? Is the chalk? Yes, it is up here. All right, so I get to play a very special drop to me because I am going extremely, extremely chalk on this slate of games. I am not afraid of the number. I think the number is dropping, and I don't know why. But the Charlotte Hornets are welcoming the Los Angeles Clippers. Clippers are laying 14.5 here. I see 13 and a halves out there. So I kind of actually want to change my bet to 13 and a half because I see 13 and a halves out there. Is this line getting smaller or is it getting bigger? That's what I don't know. Honestly, if this line drops, then it just is what it is. But I watched this Charlotte Hornets team as presently constructed with no LaMelo Ball, with no Brandon Miller, with no Mark Williams, go play a G League Brooklyn Nets team, and they lost by 19 at home. This Clippers, not, I'm sorry, Freudian slip. I can't even. This Hornets team is really, really bad right now. And it's not their fault, but they just don't have the talent because all their talent is hurt. They don't have Trey Mann. They don't have Brandon Miller. They don't have LaMelo Ball. They don't have Mark Williams. You have no size on this team at all. Your starting center right now is Taj Gibson, and you're going up against Zubac, who is one of the best centers in the game right now, dominating rebounds. I mean, James Harden is playing really, really well. Now we add on top of that Norman Powell probably feels snubbed from the. Ooh, I should really add a Norman Powell bet here onto the slate. Sorry, got distracted. Norman Powell probably feels snubbed because he didn't make the All-Star, and this has been an amazing year for Norman Powell. Kawhi Leonard is now worked his way up to about 28 minutes per game, and he's making an impact, and he's starting to look better and better and better. I mean, I talked to you on why we are backing the Clippers when we played the Spurs the other day, and that hit, and they won by 12. This line is 14, and I get that it's big, but the Charlotte Hornets are in horrible form right now. Let me just check one more thing. Maybe I might change my mind on air. Let me check one more thing. Who do they play next? They play Toronto next. That's not even, no, they're not looking ahead to Toronto. Yeah, there's not even a look ahead spot here. So I see 13 and a halves out there. I think that's good. If the line is at 14 and a half, I think that's good too. Honestly, if this line drops, I'm still not going to be afraid. I'm still going to play the Clippers. I do not think that the Charlotte Hornets are competitive in this game. I really don't. I don't think the Charlotte Hornets are going to be competitive in this game. I think that they are going to get absolutely ran out of the gym. And it's only because they just don't have the level of talent. Like, there's too many injuries on the Charlotte Hornets side of the ball. They can't field a team with the level of talent to compete with the Clippers, who are a playoff team, like a legit playoff team here. Yeah, I'm completely fading the Hornets. I'm going extremely chalk. I'm taking the Los Angeles Clippers, laying 13.5, laying 14.5. I don't care what the number is. I'm still playing the Clippers.
Who's got the chalk?
Another chalky play for a player prop. I'm taking Giannis. Giannis is going up against San Antonio Spurs in San Antonio. So I talked about this before about Victor Wembanyama, and I understand why guards and why other defensive players would be very annoyed when they say that, they just make the defensive player of the year a blocks award. Because honestly, I mean, Wemby's very, very good at protecting the paint against, guys that are slashing to the basket and, coming off screens, and he's coming over for help. Very good there. Guarding bigs is not his thing. Not his thing. Zubac just had a 20. We were just talking about Spurs. Zubac just had 20 and 20 against them. Like, the bigs are not his thing. We talked about him against Giannis. We talked about him against Jokic. We talked about him against what's my boy that don't never play a game in his life? Joel Embiid. Like, we talked about him against all these bigs, and every single time, all those bigs absolutely cook Wemby, and they have great days and they put up big numbers. And it's because Wemby's just not, he doesn't have the size or the I would say the mental fortitude enough to be able to battle down low with those bigs, especially when those bigs are saying, "Hey, I'm going right at you." So that's what I'm going to do. I am going to fade Wemby against the premier post players, premier bigs of the league yet again. And I'm going to take Giannis, and I'm just going to take Giannis and encompass all his stats into one. So I see 49 and a half out here for the PRA, but there's only one book that offers that. Every other book, it has it at 50 and a half. I'm sure that other book will catch up and move it to 50 and a half. So you know what? Just for the people, I will pick it at 50 and a half. Give me Giannis, PRA, over 50 and a half. He has gone over this against Wemby this season. In the first matchup that they had, the second matchup, he went over his PRA. So his PRA line was at 48 and a half that game. No, it was at 47 and a half that game. And he ended up finishing with 49. Right there on the line. I feel like this is another game where Giannis grabs a whole bunch of rebounds, is able to set up his teammates with the assists, and also does his business with the scoring. Giannis has been over this line 50 and a half in 6 of his last 10 games. I think this is a really good spot. I'm doing what I always do. I'm fading Wemby when he plays the premier centers forwards of the league because he just hasn't been able to stop them at any point. And the Spurs have let these guys just absolutely go wild and score. So Giannis over 50 and a half PRA. That is play number 2 for me. All right. Let's see. Do I do Traitors now or do I give the recap? And let's do Traitors now. And then I'll give the recap at the end and keep my ending the same. So if you have not watched tonight's episode of Traitors, well, Thursday's episode of Traitors, then you're probably going to want to skip this right here. So I'm going to give everybody the opportunity, maybe you don't even watch Traitors and you just want to exit out of here. Make sure you like the video before you leave, though. Please like the video before you leave. Do not leave without dropping a like, dropping a comment, something. Like, please, if you're listening audio, 5-star rating and review. Like, please do something before you leave. Now, let me go ahead. Again, give my people time to get up out of here. I don't want to spoil nothing for nobody. This is your disclaimer. I feel like I've done a pretty good job of giving a lengthy disclaimer so that, at this point, if you get spoiled, it's your own fault because I've given you a pretty good disclaimer of, hey, I'm about to talk about this. So, tonight's episode of Traitors. I think that roundtable that they had, and my memory is horrible, by the way. Like, I have a pretty bad memory. I have to write stuff down all the time. So I may not be remembering all the roundtables. I think that was easily a top 3 roundtable that I've seen on the show thus far in all the seasons. When they brought the trio of Boston Rob, Wes, and Derek, 3 premier players in their games, Survivor, The Challenge, and Big Brother, I knew that these 3 were going to be like The Office. Do you remember that episode of Office where they're all standing there and it's like a Mexican standoff and they got the guns with their fingers and they're pointing at each other like, oh, wait. Like, that's literally what the 3 of them are. And I felt the tension like, oh, all 3 of them are very skeptical of the other. And it finally came to a head in this episode, and Derek pulled the trigger and he laid out a grand argument and everything was spot on. And then here comes everybody else. Yeah, but I don't like Wes. Wes is a jerk. Wes is mean to me. It's absolutely hilarious. Amazing shot by Boston Rob to go after Wes. And then not only does he go after Wes, but he puts Wes in a situation where Wes has to show his true colors because I don't think Wes did anything any different that he would normally do to anybody. But everybody in Traitors is not in the gaming realm. Like, they're in Housewives and all these other shows. They don't know the gamer shows, so they don't know how Wes acts, and that is pretty stereotypical for gamers. And so Wes just dug his grave deeper and deeper and deeper. And you could see Derek's face like, oh my gosh, I had him. I don't know how Boston Rob survives this. I'm very curious to see how Boston Rob the next roundtable. You immediately have to say, all right, if Boston Rob is sitting at the next roundtable, he's out. He's gone. Like, they make him sound like he's God. They are all terribly afraid of him and putting his name on the board because they just feel like he's going to get them out. But if you all vote him out, he can't get you out. Like, man, I mean, they had everything to get Boston Rob out. And because he called out Wes, and because Wes showed everybody how much of a real jerk he is, and there was a point in time when I watched the challenge very early on, I didn't like Wes because Wes was very annoying, but he's grown on me. Amazing send off by Wes. Carolyn, Danielle, that just makes great TV. Danielle being so oblivious to everything she's doing and how foolish she looks at times just makes for really, really good TV. The fact that the Traitors all want to kill each other and they're all still somehow kind of working together, but also admitting that, hey, I'm about to come for you and we're about to try to get you out. This next round table is going to be really, really funny. Boston Rob's probably going to let Danielle and Carolyn duke it out and hopefully fall in the shadows of that. But there's I just can't imagine me being a faithful, seeing Boston Rob say Wes's name and Wes be a faithful and not think Boston Rob is a traitor. I don't know. All right, that's enough of that. Let's recap and let's get on out of here. Shout out to those that watch Traitors that stuck along this point. I'm very much so looking forward to next season. This has been a great season thus far. I'm really, really sad to see Wes go because Wes is really my guy. But what a send off. What a send off. All right. There's the two plays. We got the Clippers laying 14.5 here. 13.5, whatever you get at, doesn't matter. I got 14.5. I'm going to continue to lay it. I think the Clippers win this game by 20-25 plus. I don't think that the Hornets are even in this game remotely. And for the Giannis is going over 50.5 PRA today as well against Wemby and the Spurs. All right. With that, I'm at reallyreal__. Give me a follow at BettingPros on TikTok and X, at BettingPros NFL on Instagram, and YouTube.com/BettingPros, where you can drop us a like and a comment and subscribe, and you can have a chance to win a Trae Young autographed jersey. So make sure you do that over there in the Betting Pros app. With that, that's it. I have nothing else to say, nothing else to do. No other way of ending the podcast. Just going to end it like this. We are out of here.